We do have concert goer beef.
We do have
or live show beef. And this beef is between Funny Marco and Bobbi Althoff.
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
Funny Marco and Bobbi Althoff were scheduled to go on a tour together. They announced it. They did a couple
second time. Sorry to cut you off.
You're right. It's the second time.
Second time. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They announced it. They did a couple of teasers for it, and then we never heard anything about it again. And Joe Budden was wondering. Yeah, if you're listening, I don't be wondering about nothing important. I be all like, yo, what happened to Funny Marco?
That tour they were doing.
What, Flip?
But before you play that, though, you see how, Funny Marco made it about the people, right?
Smart move.
She didn't, her style of, you guys weren't enjoying it. She wasn't adjusting to the style that we were trying to produce. She wasn't adjusting. And when she talked about it, she talked about
the business.
No, having mental health
Social
issues.
anxiety.
Social anxiety.
Social
she talked
awkwardness.
About her mental health. She went,
Also a good move.
It was like,
I'm tired of the move, but it's been very effective for the past 5-6 years.
The state of your mental health, the one place we don't give a fuck about that is during the live tour. The live tour, your mental health, you have to stay home now.
Yeah. Yes, but that's a
We are live in front of a live audience.
Joe.
This audience is live.
Stop.
We did meet and greets. Some of these niggas have drove from other states. Some of these people have flown in.
Right.
We don't go on tour so often. These people want to see who they want to see. You get up there with your mental health off. That's on the stage now. That's on the crew. That's on us. And that energy is going to affect the rest of the people on the show. Let's not make it about us right now. Let me hit the clip.
Bobbi, to death. Bobbi's a good person.
Start with love.
I feel like everybody good. Let's be real. Like, I don't have shit bad to say about nobody. But when people pay their hard working money,
See, he's saying the same thing I just
really
said.
care about that. So when I'm on stand-up tour and I'm selling out these tours, and then me and Bobbi be able to come together, and people are paying their money to come see us, I really want that to get better. I don't want it to be the same. I don't want
That's a
to take
fact.
nobody money if you can't get it again. Let me
He
start
killing
there.
us.
Let me say that. If you can't get the money again, you don't need to be
Don't
doing
do
it
it.
twice. That's like with anything. With promo, if you're doing promo, don't be out here trying to scramble for money and take people hard work money to just do it and use your platform and then go about your day, because it's about like a relationship. A relationship is very, very important. So the fact that I feel like I did stand up before and I'm still doing it. So I understand, I'm learning how to entertain a crowd. And it's not the same thing that you get on Instagram. This is real life where people are going to look. I love Bobbi, and they want the energy and they want the feeling.
Slide it over.
And I feel like Bobbi was stiff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey man, let's really, really work on this. Like, and I paid script writers, like, let's really get him a show. And
He's killing
when
us.
she told me, that's not me. Bobbi was like, my comedy is me not talking a lot. And I'm like, shit, this is different. Like, you can do that on the podcast, but in real life, this is different. So her comedy was different from what she said, from what she wanted to bring to the show, which I can respect. You know what I'm saying? There's not nothing about me getting mad. I'm not saying you're doing nothing.
You get the point. Listening to Funny Marco, I mean, this is the very polite, nice, PC version of what he wanted to say. I thought he did an amazing job explaining that. I will toss it to Bobbi so you can hear a little bit about what she had to say before we discuss.
Are you recording?
Yes, we're recording,
All right,
Bobbi.
Marco. I guess this is how we're doing this now.
Oh, there's chops in it. They're adding
I saw your
suspense to the video.
Not gonna lie, I was a little shocked. So here's my version of what happened. Last year, we were supposed to go on tour,
Okay.
and I
What's tea?
backed out last minute because
Backed out.
my husband had just left me. I just had surgery, and I was super nervous going into this because I was not prepared. And I text Marco, and I said, Marco, I'm so sorry to do this, but I am so depressed right now. I literally want to myself. He doesn't reply to me. And then he unfollows me. I woke up from surgery actually to him unfollowing me. And not only that, in the coming weeks, he would go on multiple podcasts and talk about how much he didn't fuck with my style of humor. Fast forward some time.
Yeah, come
I'm
on,
in
get to the
Vegas.
tea. Get to the
And
tea.
like, I actually felt really good about it. I felt like I really got out of my comfort zone. I really felt good about it. And he's like, yeah, you killed it. It was great. Fast forward a couple more weeks, and I hear from my team that he canceled it, and I'm like, what the hell? Marco canceled the show, like, why? They're like, I don't know. So I'm like calling him, doesn't answer me. I'm like, okay, congratulations on the baby, doesn't answer me. He just won't answer me, but then he's tagging me in post to Taylor Swift dancing and being like, that's Bobbi. And I'm like, okay, at least it's still cool. Fast forward to today, and I get tagged in a video of Marco standing by a pool talking to everybody about why he canceled the tour. And like,
You didn't play the rest of the part.
It's,
Because she's too long-winded. It's too many words. It's too many words.
I got what
She
you're saying.
later went into, I am socially awkward. I have social anxiety. So that wasn't my bag. And I
why you
explained
agree
this
to
to
do a tour?
Marco.
Flip, you said that
Money.
they were on tour before.
See, I don't like that.
They weren't on tour before, but they were supposed to, and she backed out.
Okay.
She backed
so
out
they
because-
never actually did any dates with each
No,
other.
not before. No, but this
Okay.
time they did a couple of shows, and Marco wasn't satisfied with how she was on the show. Like,
See, now, wait, slow down. I'm sorry to cut you off, Flip.
Yeah.
Because they never did any shows, don't mean that work for the tour didn't start yet. Because tours have to be set up
That's true. He's right
weeks
about that.
and months in advance. So if we set all these dates up with all these people behind the scenes figuring this shit out, and then when it's time to rock and roll, you pop up with, I'm depressed. No, just silence for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got it.
And no, there's plenty of podcasters out there. And also, my question to y'all, because I'm all over the place now, is what is divorce etiquette when work is involved? When you know that your coworker is going through a divorce and that could be a strenuous time in their lives, but work got to get done. Because in this moment,
the work still
I
gotta
don't
get
give
done,
a
yo.
fuck that you going through a divorce if we have a tour set up. I don't.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me.
You
but
have to be able to check some of that shit at the door, unfortunately.
but that's easier said than done for some people.
That's true. For some people, yeah.
Based off your experience in life. Like this, we don't know.
Stay home or don't agree to go on a tour.
Like
that was my
I
question.
watch Marco's grind, so I understand. He come from where we come from. You know what I mean? So he understands the struggle and just being determined to
Get to it.
get to it.
Yeah.
With her, she probably I'm not judging her, but she probably had it easy a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's just easy for her to just back out of the tour. And for some niggas that put a lot of work in, that shit, like when I give you a second chance, because you backed out before, when I give you a second chance, I'm expecting you to be on your A game.
You know what it sounds
And
like?
now in the second chance,
Yeah.
you bringing that internet awkward type of comedy to our live show and it's not really translating.
It's not resonating.
And then I'm telling you after every show and you like, no, that's what I do. Wait, now, the first time I hear that should not be on tour.
True.
No, but
I agree with that.
You know whose fault that is too, though?
Hers.
Both. Because from what you guys can correct me. We've never been on tour, but some of this stuff should be rehearsed. Some of this stuff, or the direction at least of the content, should be rehearsed to where we know the direction. So she can't even get up there and pull the quiet shit.
I tell y'all all the time. Hey, actually, when we were doing tour rehearsals, I said 1 million times, there's really no such thing as rehearsal.
Yeah, but a lot.
We could be as prepared as we want to be.
Yeah.
We can
Get
have
out
our
there and do something
segments.
totally different.
But when you get out there under them bright lights and somebody drop a ball, you just drop the ball.
Gotcha.
Also,
You got to pick it up.
He come
why?
from.
But why was he thinking that she was going to present any other way than what she has presented as? Like I've never seen any other version of her other than that quiet, awkward, kind of weird staccato style of interviewing. So
I do think that there is a little bit of fault in trying to book fucking, I don't know, Griselda for a club tour. Like if that, like it's the wrong fit.
First to respond to you, to respond
Book the
to
right
you,
person for the right gig.
right.
I don't like that Griselda example. Like,
I agree with Park.
if you're booking Griselda for a club tour, you know you off. Like, there is not, saying to them, we're going on a club tour, like, that's your bad. There's nothing that they could alter to make that their thing. If you're a comedian, and Funny Marco come from stand-up, grind out tours, so he know what that goes into that. And I assume that Bobbi Althoff is in that same vibe because they've had those conversations.
Yeah.
When she agrees to go on tour and we go work on a show, because I'm sure that they went and worked on something for the collaboration.
No, okay, hold on. But to answer you, they come from more of the improv.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where they come from. So
Gotcha.
he's treating it as such. And he has conversations with Bobbi behind the scenes. So he's expecting that to translate on stage.
But and she's
That's why he
comfortable.
said-
and
no.
she's comfortable with Marco.
Yeah.
She may not be comfortable in
Yeah, true. No,
Chickasaw, Minnesota.
Then
and,
go home.
So-
and that's what
if
she's
you-
saying.
if
She's
you- if
saying
you-
that I suffered a level of anxiety that I didn't know was going to come with.
But he's saying that he's saying that you can act like that on the podcast, but up here, meaning that he has engaged with her, like you said, it's a comfortability thing. So he's expecting he sit here, you sit there. Let's get into a conversation. So if I'm throwing something at you, I'm not expecting you on stage in front of mad people to
Clam up.
To freeze
to do
up,
that,
clam
because
up,
that's dead
drop the
air.
ball,
That's
not
dead.
hit
But
your line.
Yeah, but podcasts are like a controlled environment. The stage is the complete and total opposite. So this might have been a little bit of her not really truly understanding that.
Or her not being as invested as he is. That's what it sounds like to me.
to me, it's
both can be,
That's
yeah.
what it sounds
both
like.
can
Because
be
for her
true.
to be able to just say, yo, I'm not, this is who I am, this is my style of comedy, I can't do this, meaning you don't have much to lose here. You're not invested as he is.
But he-
putting this together. So like, yo, this is a tour. I got X, Y, the behind the scenes shit done. I've invested in here.
He saw
we
a
got
lot-
to make this work.
he saw-
And wait a minute.
Ice.
Hold up now. Yes.
Because it's easy for that person to walk away.
To me, this is the same conversation that we see with the viral streaming artists trying to go do real shows. It's not the same world. This is an internet world versus
Right.
trying
The
to
real
do
world,
shit
right.
like as an actual entertainer performer.
right.
All right, but look,
These kids aren't necessarily built for that shit because they're used to just pressing the upload button.
Neutral button.